Hey guys, it's your boy TXG coming at you live with another video. So today I'm gonna go over, or this video I'm gonna go over in Black Ops 3, the beta at least. Black Ops 3, it will be a lot like this though, in general, is weapons and class customization. So just like in Black Ops, sorry, I'm gonna turn this down a little for you. Just like in Black Ops 2. If you notice at the very top right, it says 10 of 10, and then 7 unlocked tokens. So, just like every other Call of Duty, there's its primary, its secondary, its attachments, its secondary attachments, its lethals, which are grenades, its tacticals, which are like concussions, EMPs, and its perks. And then at the very bottom, which was introduced, I'm pretty sure, in Black Ops 2, are the wild cards. So, the 10 out of 10 at the top right, that means you have 10 things that you can put in your class. So you could put a weapon, that's one. Each attachment counts as one. Once you go, like for the optics, which is a reflex sight, red dot sight, that counts as another one. So weapon, one. Red dot sight, one. So there's two. Then an attachment. So the first two attachments that you have count as one each. So red weapon, one. Red dot, two. And then attachments, there you have three things. And the next attachment, there you have 4 slots like up in total. So the weapon, the red dot, and both the very two first attachments. All together, those are 4 uh, counts like create a class spots filled out of 10. Every attachment after the very first 2 attachments and the reflex sight, the optics, are are extra attachments. The way you can get those bottom 2 that I have under this maxed weapon is the wildcard perk for primary gunfighter. So you can have up to basically 6 attachments, including the red dot sight or optics or zoom or whatever you want to call it. But every attachment after the first 2 and red dot sight, all the bottom 3 slots, you have to have a wild card for each one. So a wild card at the very bottom, and you can only hold up 3 wild cards. So then you have to get a wild card to slot, and then you also have to fill that slot. So if you want to get laser sight, which you'll see in a minute, for the Man of War, you have to get the wild card and then the laser sight. So that's 2 filled up. So then you have the first gun, the optics, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 for that, just that one extra one. So then you already have 6 slots filled, or 5 for me on this clutch right now. There's only 5 filled up because I don't have a reflex sight or an optics attached. Then for the next one, you have to get another wild card and the attachment. There's 7 for the wild card and then 8 for the attachment. So there, I have 8 out of 10 already filled up. Or no, in this case I have 7 out of 10 because I haven't chose the red dot sight. Then if you have the 3 perks, I have my Sixth Sense, and then I have the other 2. I'm pretty sure one's Gung Ho and perk 2. I'm not quite sure what it is, I forget. Or you can do the same thing with perks. You can do, instead of doing all the attachments I did, I highly suggest primary weapon attachments and opticals because there's a lot of flinch in this game. So if you want to have those like things that increase your accuracy, like quick draw and foregrip, those both increase your accuracy a lot. And rapid fire is really powerful. It also, even for some reason, increases damage and accuracy, or damage and fire rate. And I'm pretty sure it increases accuracy, or one of the, I think it's just fire rate and accuracy actually. But it does do a lot more damage faster. So you could just instead of getting all those attachments I did, you could use the wild cards to get extra perks. But altogether, you have to have, doesn't have to be, but a maximum of 10 for the, like, create a class. So there's the In this case, there's the AK-47 or the ARK-7. There's 1. Then there's the attachment. First attachment 2. Third attachment 3. Fourth attachment 5 because there's a wild card to get to it. Second attachment 6, 7 because there's another wild card. And for perks, the first perk 1, second perk 2, third perk 3. So there's 10 in total. There's multiple different classes you can do. Like there's millions of different career classes you can do to your liking. So I'm just gonna start this up again. So here, these are the attachments for this weapon. So right now I do have this weapon actually maxed out and have all the things for it. But you see I like to have like quick draw, grip, high caliber. After, once I do have this maxed out, I do currently have maxed out. I use quick draw and grip and maybe high caliber and maybe FMJ or long barrel. I forget what I use now. But these are the perks. So you level your gun up by getting kills and LXP and challenges that you get for doing things in the game. You level it up, and then it goes up to level 16, and level 16 is max level, and then you get rapid fire, which is the very last thing, which is actually in this game, the very first game, Call of Duty, to have rapid fire as something that increases accuracy and fire rate. Usually in all Call of Duties before, it's decreased accuracy and increased fire rate. So that's really good for this skin because there's a lot of flinch, so I'm pretty sure they thought about that. So I like to use a lot of things that encourage and accuracy in this game, but accuracy is really important because you want to pick a gun that already has good damage and then put the things on that give it good accuracy. Like Man of War is really good, ARK-7 is really good, MA1 is an absolute beast of a weapon. The Razorback's really good too, really good. That's a SMG. So now I'll go on. These are just going with the little ones I have for this weapon right now. Okay, the game's about to start. Hunt is probably my favorite map. So now what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna do a bunch of like answering questions that you will probably find important. Okay, so let's go. I'm on David Vonderhaar, he is the studio design director at Treyarch. I'm on his Twitter. Okay, so here is him answering questions. Okay, if some of you might be thinking, oh well, it takes forever to level up your level in Black Ops 3 beta. Well, that's because the beta doesn't have challenges. Challenges have XP bonuses, and it's gonna feel a tad grindy without them. That is what David Hart tweeted. Okay. So if anybody wondered, will our progress be transferred over to Black Ops 3 when it comes out in November 6th? He says, I get asked this a lot and probably still will get asked this, but no, I'm afraid not, it won't. So the reason for that is because there's a lot of things that are going to be, a lot of stats that you have now in beta, but when the full game comes out, there's going to be a lot more stats that are going to be fulfilled, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, that's the problem for them. That's what he says. Okay. So the game is, here's somebody tweeted this at Vipers, VXpers, really. The game is balanced, there's just some things that are OP, overpowered. If you nerf stunts and concussions and add toughness, the game will be great. I agree with that. Toughness would be great for the game and make it like the game of, probably the best game I've ever played for any Call of Duty in the Call of Duty franchise. He said that we're not adding toughness, we are evaluating high and first damage flinching for sure. Meaning, in the game, whoever shoots first usually wins the gunfight. So they're evaluating the fact that high and first damage, so the first person to shoot damage will make the other person flinch the gun right up so they can't shoot back and get targets on. So they're evaluating that, meaning they're gonna fix that so that the flinch is a lot lower and the first person to shoot doesn't always win the gunfight. Okay. Now questions about Black Cat. Okay, so Diego at Diego Zayas 16. Nerf the Black Hat. So a lot of people think the Black Hat isn't fair for someone who earns a Wraith or whatever it is, then someone hacks it and it's theirs. I agree with that a lot. I'm sure a lot of people will. David Vonderhaar says, let's be honest, we need support things for support players, but the Black Hat is going back into the lab for sure, meaning that they're gonna fix it, they're gonna fix the problem. But right now, currently, it takes 2 Black Hats to hack the high value score streak, like a high score streak that takes a lot of score and does a lot of good things, like the hater, the orb of Lisa from Black Ops 2. That takes 2, one to hack it, and 2 to take, and then the second one to take control of it. Okay. So I talked about Rejack before already. So oh yes, and the Xbox One and PC beta is not closing until Monday, 10 p.m. PST, which is 1 or midnight Eastern time. So, and they're also raising the level cap to 49. So, if you want to get on that after this video or watch a couple more videos. Okay, so I'm not sure how much longer is in the video. So it goes 75, so it's at 53. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about new weapons. Okay, actually no, I'll talk to you new weapons next video, but there are new weapons since the PC beta came out. A lot of PC modders can dig into files and dig pretty deep into the game for a lot of the classified. If you didn't notice that every single uncreated class, every single, like at the very bottom of every class for each gun, like the very bottom of the SMG, if you look at the very bottom, it is there's classified at the very bottom. I'm pretty sure every weapon slot it says classified, and so some PC modders have digged down and found the files that tell the name of, I'm pretty sure, all of those, and so they've actually been able to also use it, the weapons. Now I can't show you gameplay of that because this will get, it's copyrighted, this whole video will get taken down, but if you go maybe search it up online, it'll probably be taken down by now, but yeah, so there's that. But I will name a couple of the guns. So M27 will be coming back for sure. The MP11 or the MP7. The MP7 from Black Ops 2 and the M27 from Black Ops 2. Those are both from Black Ops 2. And then there's going to be another assault rifle or some kind of rifle or weapon that is a 7-round burst. So that means each bullet, each one like trigger presses like the shoot trigger button on the handle, like of the controller. One press, 7 bullets fired. So it'll probably be like 7 bullets fired, like pew, pew. That's what probably it will be. So the game's finishing up here, and that's what I have to talk to you. I'll see you later. Like and subscribe for more, guys. Tell your friends, and I'll catch you later on my next video.